What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Slobs on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan. To my right is my beautiful, bald chode host, Amila Shaya.
Hi.
What's up, buddy? I missed you.
I am beautiful.
You are bald. One of those things is right. How's your sobriety coming along?
Pretty good. Still sober.
Since the last time we recorded?
Mm-hmm.
So, how many have you been counting down the days? Of course you have.
Not really.
How many days do you think?
It's a good question.
That's weird. For me, I would be counting every single second.
Would you?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to say like a month.
That's like 2 coins, right? Isn't like every 10 days you get a coin or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to get a coin, though.
Yeah. You know you can just buy them online. Do you know that?
Hang on.
Look, I'm going to look it up right now.
You can buy a sobriety token?
Yeah, watch. Let me see.
What was I? What did I come
How many days last time you drank?
Oh,
How many days sober?
Let me see.
In a row. It's got to be consistent. Because technically that could be like 69 days in a row, but, you know. Daddy likes to have a little sip every now and then.
Is the fan blowing across the mic? Or
yeah.
Is that? Oh, it's that mic.
Oh, it's that one, yeah. Oh, you heard it too?
I thought I was just.
I thought you were breathing.
And then I was like, oh, I better get that under control.
I thought
And then I thought I had it under control. I kept hearing it. I was like, dude, I'm really out of breath.
You're all holding your breath, and you're like, that's not me. I thought it was your breathing too, but I'm not gonna call you out. I'm like, he's a big guy. Let him breathe hard.
Should I just do this?
I feel like you're putting it right to the you're putting a mic on it now. Hold on. Just unplug the mic.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. What am I doing?
You're all That's way better. Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah. Tell me if you hear a humming noise now. Or am I tripping?
I don't hear it.
Okay, cool. Sobriety coins. Oh, you can buy them. Okay. Yeah, they're like $22. These are cool. I'm just gonna buy all these. All look nice.
Yeah, it's been like 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Let's see. Sobriety. Can you get a 5-week sobriety coin? I'm gonna buy you one right now. No, you can't.
No?
No. What are the levels? Levels to sobriety coins. I just want a coin. They're so shiny.
I am drinking in a couple weeks, though.
Oh, you can't do that. You did say till June. Is it in June?
Yeah, I'm taking a trip in June, and I'm planning on drinking a lot during that week. So,
Real quick, you can get a lot of chips for you. Technically, you should have. You said a month. You should have 2 coins right now. You get a silver chip when you hit 24 hours of sobriety, and then you get a red chip when you hit 30 days or a month. A gold chip is 2 months. A green chip is 3 months. A purple chip is 4. I guess it just goes every month.
whoa.
That's kind of annoying, huh? You would think after the month one, it's like, okay, your next one will be at a year.
Yeah.
And then 10 years. Come on, dude. That's dumb. But yeah, so what's your big trip in June, though? Can you say or no? Family vacation?
Yeah.
Vacation?
Taking a trip with my wife. She's got a work trip that's taking her to Europe, and I'm going to go with her.
Taking you guys to Europe.
Yeah, I get to go. To Prague in the Czech Republic.
Business trip.
And since I used to make beer, have always wanted to go there and drink Czech beer.
Nice.
It's like a really big bucket list beer place. Like Pilsner, the style of Pilsner.
Yeah.
Comes from there.
Oh, nice. So you're going to get that's cool, man. Get from the teat?
From the teat.
That's awesome.
I'm going to get hammered. I'm going to drink 1,000 beers.
You know what?
In 1 week.
Something I'm kind of worried about, and I wonder with this for you too. What if that day comes when you're about to drink, and then you just realize I don't like this anymore. I don't miss this. I don't want this.
I'm not worried about that. My problem has always been liking it too much. I know what you're saying. like how someone cuts out food and they're like, oh, I don't have the taste for ice cream anymore.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't think that happens with alcohol because it's such a combined like experience.
Yeah.
With like the taste is just part of it. It never tastes good. You acquire a taste for it. Mm-hmm. But when you get it back, it's like riding a bike. You'll go like, oh yeah, that's the taste. But then you'll go, oh, that's the feeling. That's the feeling of 2, 3, 4 drinks. I like this. I'm back.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why people get chips, because it's so easy to go back to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense that there's like a 24-hour. I was kind of surprised. What was the second one? 10 days?
No.
A month.
A month.
It goes from a day to a month.
It goes from, yeah.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. It's a big jump.
That is a big jump.
To go for, and then to just after that, it's just every month you get a coin.
Yeah.
I just want one big coin at the end of the year.
I'd rather have that. Or like one Bitcoin.
A lot of people would go sober at that point.
No one would ever drink again.
What was I going to say? No, I think I'm more like, I think what my thing would be is, say that time came where I'm like, I'm drinking this weekend, like, and I'm scared. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm going to be bummed if like 3-4 beers in, I'm either one already like, damn, I'm pretty fucked up. Like, I can't drink like I used to. Or I'm just going to get I'm after like 2 or 3, I'm just like, oh man, like now I remember why I don't drink. Like, it like all that bad is going to come, and it's going to, like I said, I think for me, I truly like to drink. Like you said, I like the way it makes me feel and stuff. But I think it's going to get to a point, I think my body's going to tell me when to stop before I tell myself to stop, Is that me?
No, the fan's it is loud. It's too loud.
Oh, I thought I heard a phone vibrate. You put it louder?
My phone's vibrating.
Oh, it was yours? Everything's going crazy.
You think your body's going to shut down and tell you to stop?
I think my body's going to be the one like, all right, like this is it. Because in my head, I'm like, I don't want to stop. I don't feel the need to. I mean, obviously, and I think what I'm learning too is I've not done some research, but I hear podcasts and stuff, and I hear people's stories on why they became sober. Yeah. I just don't see myself like some of them I'm like, okay, that makes sense why you went sober. Like the things you would do when you were drunk is insane. Yeah. Like all the time, like you always stole something, or you always pissed on your friend's clothes, or you know what I'm saying, or you always got into a fight. Like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That's not like my case. For me, it's just more like I just want to feel a little better throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it doesn't like. At the end of the day, I'm just like, but I still want to go back to it every now and then. Not for those reasons, not because I want to feel like shit, but because like we talked about last time, like I do drink when there are reasons to drink and like fun times. Yeah. And those are the times I want to be a part of. Yeah. So that I'm just worried that when those times come, I'm just like, man, like after like 3 or 4, I'm just like, I'm just gonna have some water. I think I'm chill. Like I just don't feel like it no more. Like it's not the excitement that it used to bring to me.
Yeah. And that's normal.
Yeah.
That's not crazy. Because I do feel like better that I haven't been drinking.
Same. I hate to admit it, but
you know what I mean? I do. Like there's no doubt in my mind that like my body is happier, my mind's happier. Most things, if not everything, is better, you know? But I'm still very much looking forward to like this trip and drinking beers at a place I've always wanted to drink beers, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't really have the desire anymore to like pour a drink right now or later tonight just cause, you know what I mean?
Same.
But it is kind of like, because it's early on in me stopping, like on Saturday night, I had dinner with my buddy and I was like, I could have like one whiskey right now. I'm craving it. Like it sounds good. One whiskey after a big meal, like sounds nice. And I told him, and he was like, yeah, let's do that. And I was like, I couldn't do it. I was like, no, I made it too much of a thing in my head. Like I overthought it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And he was like, well, we'll just have like 1 or 2. And I was like, see, now you're saying 2. Like I would have had 1, but I don't want to. He's like, all right, man, fuck. we don't have to have a drink. It's fine.
He's like, I'd ask you to suck my dick. Yeah. I thought you wanted a drink.
Jesus Christ. Christ, dude.
I need a whole life story.
He's like, if you're being like this before the alcohol, never mind.
Check, please.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm gonna go home now. You just ruined the night.
He's like, I'm out of here, dude. But I don't know. I think when I come back from this trip, because it is like a little bit of a challenge to myself to be like, I'm not going to drink for 6 or 7 weeks till I go out of town.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to drink there. Now, the next part of the challenge is don't come back and ride a bender.
I was just thinking that.
You know what I mean?
You have to learn how to cut yourself off.
Yeah. Go like, that was cool. What's the next one I'm going to look forward to? Like,
Yeah.
I come back and go like, all right, I'm drinking 6 beers on the 4th of July. Reset the clock. You know?
Yeah. Nah, and you're also no Schweed?
No.
No. Yeah, see that's where you got me, because guys, we're getting older, we're learning about ourselves. As I'm older, like I totally understand that people can grow and change.
Yeah.
Like I know it sounds dumb, like no shit, but like I'm starting to realize like I think this is me growing and changing. Like if I was to meet, someone back that I used to hang out with in the military and they met me now, they'd be like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you, gay? Like why you changed like a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just like, no, I mean, I'm still the same person. I'm not part of those activities or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I've learned that for myself, I don't know if this is a bad thing, but I mean, it probably is. I need like some type of stimulant for it. Like if it's not alcohol to get me like buzzed or drunk, if it's not weed to give me a high to feel, chill and calm, if it's not an energy drink to give me energy or coffee or anything like that,
Nicotine,
I need something.
yeah.
And so that's what kind of scares me, like with me, like obviously I've shown myself and I can just like stop drinking for a while, but I need at least weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but I'm gonna say this: the nicotine, all that stuff, that really doesn't affect me. I could probably just stop that. But with the two big ones are weed or alcohol. So like I said, if I was to stop drinking, or like even right now that I slow down, that's what's helping me getting through like certain days where, like on a Saturday, if I'm just at home and I don't work the next day and I have no plans and I'm just chilling at night, like that's when I want to have some drinks. Like then I'll smoke a little and I'll be like, I got a weed high, you know what I'm saying? I don't need the alcohol buzz. Like I'm good with this. So that kind of keeps me from drinking. And if I was to ever cut out alcohol and weed, I think if I could do it, then I think I'd be fine. I don't think I would need to, I need to do Zins or I need to, smoke a vape. Like I think I could just, those would be the two hardest. Anything else outside of that is not an issue. But like I said, the fact that something like that changes my, like, I don't know, not mindset, but anything that alters like the way I'm thinking or the way I'm feeling, I need something like that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, because like at work, I sometimes I could just be drinking water and like hitting my vape, and I'm like, bro, like not that I honestly don't even think I drink energy drinks for energy anymore.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's
like I'll get fired if I crack a beer at work right now, but I can drink an energy drink.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's what I'm like. That's why it's like good for you, man, to do both. And so like, what are you drinking right now?
Diet Pepsi. Yeah. So I'm just drinking like because I'm trying to eat better and exercise more. So I had to cut smoking out because I wasn't drinking. Instead of drinking water, I was just like eating ice cream. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like I was like dehydrated, overeating, eating sugar and garbage. So I had to cut that out, and it helps. But yeah, now I'm like, since I'm not drinking alcohol or smoking or anything, I am drinking a lot of like diet drinks, which isn't good for you. But
see, and that's
got to do something.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like people that I feel like once were addicts or alcoholics or whatever, like just like, I don't know, is it a good thing that the thing that, you think is bad for you right now or is bad for you right now, you're just replacing it with something else that is, it's not alcohol, but it's still some type of like some drink that in time could be bad for you. But you put that in your mind where like, well, I need something. You know what I'm saying? Like, Isn't that still kind of bad? Like, isn't the whole point to just get rid of that type of mindset?
To not need anything, yeah.
Well, to
Sure.
not need anything, yeah. So that's why that's another thing that bugs me about sober people. It's like, yeah, but you really didn't become a better person. I mean, yeah, you maybe have, but you just replaced.
You replace drinking with sobriety.
Exactly.
That's
and now you're addicted
that's
to
your
that.
defining characteristic.
Yeah, and I totally understand. People are going to say, well, yeah, if you're addicted to alcohol, it's, it can cause this, but if you're addicted to, something, yeah, but in time, like the idea, like I said, like we said, is to get rid of that mindset of I need something. So what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, are you always an addict of anything, of something?
I think so.
Right? Because even people that, stop, smoking weed or stop drinking alcohol, then they a lot of them resort to like sweets.
Yeah.
And pastries and stuff. That's just like, once again, not as bad as alcohol, but in time it can fucking be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or fucking and sucking.
Huh?
People who quit
Yeah.
substances develop like a sex addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking and sucking.
Yeah.
You're so confused.
I mean, now when you explain that, yeah, well, because like what I was talking about,
You don't know about fucking and
I know what fucking inside. I do it sometimes.
Which
If
one?
she lets me. Mainly the fucking part.
Mainly the fucking part.
She don't let me suck
She
no more.
said please though.
She don't let me suck her asshole no more.
No.
No, yeah, no, for sure. But I lost my train of thought now. Sucking her fucking.
Replacing. Yeah.
Yeah, replacing. Yeah. I think because mine was talking about like sweets and stuff, and yours went to like just sexual, so I think it threw me off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a different person here, and you're really
Mine can be sweet too. Okay.
asshole. Sorry, go ahead.
Butthole?
Butthole.
Sweet butthole.
You sounded like you were onto something, and then it went away.
I don't know, man. That's the thing. I think my brain's better without weed and alcohol, but who knows? The damage might already be done.
I was thinking that too.
You know?
Yeah. Brain wise, yes, damage is already done.
I might go get a tall can and a pack of cigarettes after this.
I'll join you.
Right?
I'll get 2 tall cans to replace your 1 cigarette pack.
Perfect.
We
have a cigarette, though.
I'll put it in my mouth. I just won't light it.
You won't.
It just gives me a headache. The smell, the taste. My tongue will be black for like a day and a half.
Your tongue won't be black.
Nah, but it feels like that though.
I know. It feels like it's coated.
I feel like after I smoke a cigarette, it's like sucking on a blue lollipop. Like everyone just knows like what I just did because my tongue's all black. They're like, ooh.
You keep smelling your finger.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Babe, let me put them in your butt real quick.
Ugh.
Change the scent real quick. Now I want to smell like butt and cigarettes. I was thinking, something going back to sobriety real quick. Not so much, but I heard this term and I don't remember what their true definition was, but it got me to thinking. It was like they called it. They said that when someone's when they're being what is it? A dry drunk, a dry alcoholic.
What's that?
I don't know. They were explaining it, but it got me thinking like one of the things that it could be is it like say someone stops drinking alcohol because they have they can't sleep at night or something, and they whenever they get drunk they curse out their friends, and they constantly are getting together and breaking up with their girlfriend. What if once you become sober and you take out the thing that you think is making you that way, like alcohol or weed or something, once you take that out of your life, what if you're still that person? Like you realize you're still a shitty person, sober as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's cases of that. You know what I'm saying? Like where people just try to become a better person and they're like, well, I'm pretty sure that the main reason I am this way is because of my heavy drinking. So let me stop that. And then they do, and they get better and sober and start working out, but they're still pieces of shit in a way to where it's like, damn, I don't know if I liked you better like this or drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's got to be a scary thing for some people to find out. Like drinking wasn't, I mean, it was.
I'd rather not know. I'd rather just keep drinking and be like, yep, this makes me a piece of shit.
Yeah, like drinking was a problem. It wasn't the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be like a crazy like realization for some people where they're like, damn, like it's more than that.
Dry drunk is an expression coined by the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous that describes an alcoholic who no longer drinks but otherwise maintains the same behavior patterns of an alcoholic.
Kind of similar to what I said.
Yeah. So you're not drinking anymore, but you're still like being annoying as fuck, fighting.
Yeah.
That sucks. That is the worst.
I think Sida's gonna find that out.
Sarah, when you quit, and you
Well,
keep
if
hitting
I
her,
ever stop, you're like, it wasn't the drinking.
she's like, "Damn,
it's just you.
I guess I should leave.
Damn, I guess I should stop talking.
Maybe I am.
Maybe I am.
Maybe I am annoying. Yeah.
Am I retarded?
Am I retarded?
But you know what? But all in all, I'm proud of you, Emil. Because
Thanks, man.
and also I love the fact that you didn't even ask me about my sobriety. I know you know my level right now, or like my stance on it right now, but not everyone else does. So it'd be nice if you would have asked me.
What are you? Are
Um.
you sober
Today's-
since the last time?
Oh, definitely no.
Definitely no.
No. I didn't.
I think everyone assumed.
Yeah,
you
everyone
were.
knew that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like maybe they want to know when's the last time you drank.
When's the last time you drank?
Saturday. But once again, and from I've always been honest with you and everyone else.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, I obviously tell you when I do drink, and when I tell you that Saturday I literally had one tall can and I had like a shooter of Fireball. That's all I had, and because we had planned to clean the house real good, like a deep clean, spring clean. I wanted to work on the yard. The weather was nice, so I did all that, and then when I was done, I was like, you know what, like. I think a beer would be nice, and I got one Blue Moon, by the way, which wasn't technically a tall can because it was in a 24 ounce. It was a 19 point something.
Oh yeah.
So not a lot, you know. But if we're being truthful here, and I'm trying to be truthful to myself, I consider that a drink, whether it's 1 or 100.
It's a beer.
It's okay, but I'm counting it as that day I drink. So I'm saying that, and I've gotten to the point where like on my calendar, I do this where I put a dot on the days I've drank.
That's good.
Not bad, dude.
Accountability. Yeah.
I mean, right now my calendar looks like it has chicken pox, but I can see like it's nice to see like 3 days. Look, 3 days, nothing.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know like Saturday I do have a mark on there, but it's for that one beer. But I don't want myself to think like that. Like, one beer isn't considered drinking that day.
Yeah,
like,
it
no,
is.
it is.
I drank.
If I took a shot, I'm sorry, I'm going to consider it a drink.
Sure.
And it's just to tell myself, I'm at the end of the month. I mean, it's not even the end of the month yet, but I can already tell I need to chill. But I can see it visually, and I'm like, damn, that like, if a doctor was to ask me and this was my answer, like, that's not good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been kind of keeping track with that, and it's nice to see like 2 days without any marks on it. You know?
Yeah. 2 in a row.
Now, yeah. Ooh,
2 total.
undefeated.
I was undefeated on that Tuesday and Wednesday, boy.
But
And Thursday hit.
yeah. Wednesday night, Thursday morning.
Thursday hit. I had to drink that road soda.
I might have one on the way home today.
I knew you would.
No, I don't know. I say that because on the way over here, I was like, "Fuck it, I will." But I now I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, he'll edit it in right here.
Edit it in.
Edit it in.
Well, yeah, that's. I just wanted to get to that. We just have some random topics I just want to go over.
Random talk.
You know. Okay. Oh, I want to say this too. ChatGPT, it's dope. I love it. I hope it takes over the world. It's helping me so much.
That's a hot take.
It is a hot take. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nowadays, I don't think so. And I'm talking ChatGPT, not so much AI. So
Oh, ChatGPT is AI, no?
yeah, but I'm saying like, okay, well, AI
Just
like
this,
editing.
This particular use.
ChatGPT, yeah, because I use the app. I don't pay for it, but I use the app where you could just ask it. You literally talk to it like if I'm talking to a person, you can ask it just like dumb shit, and it knows exactly what you're talking about. It's
free?
well, it's free. Like you could probably get a few messages in, and then it'll like time you out, and you have to wait like 6 hours to like ask another
again.
prompt.
Yeah.
So I mean, otherwise you're paying $20 a month.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. You know, I'll just wait my next 6 hours. I'll just save them in my in a file. Next question I want to ask ChatGPT. But no, it's been dope. I mean, a lot of people would definitely hate on it, but I used it like to make art for like the podcast. But you know what I am learning though? If people are smart, you'll use ChatGPT as like a brainstorming guide.
Yeah.
But don't use it like verbatim. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's like sometimes I'll use it to come up with like a description for like a prompt or something. I'll give it a prompt to write me a description for an episode about whatever. Like, for instance, like if we do have Sean on, I typed in his full name, comedian, and bro, you saw what it fucking sent. Like all that, just doing research off the computer, and you can pull from that and then just kind of make it your own. So ChatGPT is awesome, but just don't use it to like its full, like, capabilities. Don't just copy and paste from it. Yeah. But it does, like, if you were to write like, oh, I have a podcast, and we have enough episodes where it can do research on the website, so like, or online. So like, if I was to put, I have my podcast, The Slobs on the Pod. Can you write us, based off, our style, can you write us some questions or whatever? And it'll bring up stuff. It'll bring up stuff from like past episodes, and like, you guys should talk about this again from this one. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah. I don't know. It makes it easier. Yeah. And I think we should do maybe a segment where like these are ChatGPT answers, like based off things we've asked them. But I can't imagine you doing like full on episodes where it's just based off what ChatGPT asked us or told us to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because But like I said, it's a good like little outline.
I might fuck with it.
Yeah, you should, man.
Show me which one to download.
Oh, it's yeah, and that's the funny thing too. When it first came out, people kept saying, "Use ChatGPT." I thought ChatGPT was like if someone was to be like, use a cell phone. Like, okay, like, do I use a flip phone? Do I use a I thought ChatGPT was just this, and there was like ChatGPT. There was like certain websites. Literally, if you just type in ChatGPT, it's its own website, and then it has its own little app and everything. But yeah, I'll show you.
It's its own app,
its own website and everything. It's just ChatGPT.com.
Really?
Yeah, there's not like different websites of it. There's just one. It's just ChatGPT. Yeah, it's very simple to find. And I'm sure if you pay for it, you get like unlock more things.
You said it's $20 a month?
That's what it starts out as.
It's too much.
But I don't know, man. I can see some people like, if you really rely on that, like, you know what I really use it for? Work emails. I'll type back my reply in like the most basic way or like an easy way, and I'll be like, make this more professional for me. And it does it. Just copy and paste that hoe. Nice. Obviously, I proofread it, but yeah, I use it a lot for work emails. Like, I don't make it write responses. Like I said, I write my response and I like make it pretty with it. It's really nice, dude. Makes you sound smarter. Looks legit. Huh? Yeah. Just try it out, guys.
They for sure, once they meet you in person, though, they know that you're using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They're like, there's no way, this guy.
The minute they're like, thanks for the help, LOL. I put LOL. You're welcome.
LOL.
Oh shit.
No, they're like, ugh.
No lie, dude. Now that I'm in the office and I have to send emails, it's very hard to like
not
express emotions without putting LOL or haha.
Doing it in text form. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like having it sound professional in it, because like you can tell. That's another thing I actually had on here. Sarcasm over text never works. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like unless you know the person, then yes. But like if I'm writing an email to someone, I don't know if I can be like, oh yeah, next time you miss your payment, we're gonna have to kick you out. Like they're not gonna read. They're just gonna be like, oh shit, are you really? Like no, like so that's another thing. Sarcasm over text doesn't work, and I'm learning that mainly. I'll say in like emails or specifically when you're talking to someone for the first time or someone you don't really know well. Yeah. Yeah. But I hate you. For sure, yeah. This
I am not above being like in parentheses. That was sarcasm.
I don't like that.
I do it.
I do. I don't. I mean, like,
or if I think they might take it as sarcastic and it's not, I'll say that wasn't sarcasm.
Oh, that's brave. That's brave of you to be like, no, I fucking meant that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm really upset. Like that's no. So like this is actually from ChatGPT. Actually, no. What I did was I wrote something stupid, and I was like, I don't know how. Like I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to put it in text. Like if I was to read it to you, so I just wrote it the stupid way, and then it fixed it so it makes sense to you. Okay. So, if you woke up and your arms were gone, what's the first thing you'd realize you could no longer do with your hands? Yeah.
If you woke up and your arms were gone, what's the first thing you realize you couldn't do with your hands? Use them to help me get out of bed.
Yeah, that's actually okay.
I'd be like, oh fuck. Then
I don't have arms to get out of bed. And what's your second thought then?
How am I gonna piss?
Really?
I gotta piss.
Okay, but you gotta realize like you woke up and your arms are gone.
Yeah.
Last thing you remember, you had arms.
Yeah.
So like you're not panicking. You're not.
Of course, but you're saying what's the first thing you realize you can't do with your hands?
Okay, but after you realize you can't get up, like because you don't have hands anymore,
Yeah.
the next thing is how am I gonna go pee? Not like I don't know. You wouldn't be like, I can't carry my. I'm never gonna be able to carry my kids. Like I don't know. Never gonna be able.
I'll get there.
Yeah, but okay, but peeing I think is kind of like wow, really? That's a.
Well, I gotta pee
Yeah.
when I wake up.
I know, but like there's so many other things.
I don't have to hold my kids when I wake up, but I gotta get out of bed and I gotta pee, and then I gotta brush my teeth, and then I gotta make breakfast for me and my family. I can't do all those things. I'm gonna realize as they come up that I can't do them, because the question is, what do you realize first that you can't do? That's the order. I'm not thinking about holding my kids at any point, probably until the evening.
Damn, I didn't think about the restroom part. I thought the restroom part would come later on when I'm like, okay, I don't have arms. Oh shit, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have that conversation.
Walking into the bathroom. What if it's dark? How are you going to turn the light on? You got to fucking hit the switch with your nose.
Yeah, I can use my shoulder.
And then,
I've always done that.
And then how are you going to get your boxers down to pee?
I've done that. Come on, we all figured that out.
Just like shimmy against the wall?
Yeah. Oh no, actually the hard part is actually unbuckling your pants. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, but I mean,
once they're unbuckled and unzipped, you could just.
You probably aren't wearing pants if you just woke up with no arms.
Yeah, you're right. You're not thinking about that. Okay, well, another thing. Like another thing is like, what if? It's funny to think like people that lose like limbs and stuff or like something crazy happens like that. There is that time when they've accepted it. They're like, all right, I guess this is gonna be my life, and then you start thinking like if you don't have arms, you're like, damn, like, how am I gonna jerk off? Like, then you start thinking of like not the funny things, but the things that like really that's what you're thinking about. Like, that's when those kick in.
Yeah, I'm
have to learn how to drive with my feet now. Like,
I think about how am I gonna jerk off before I think about how am I gonna hold my kids.
I don't think it's funny because I think that's crazy. Like, it's not crazy, but it's like I'm trying to think. Which one would come first?
The jerking off.
Really?
Well, my kids are older. I don't really pick them up right now.
I'm thinking. Well, yeah,
I hug them.
Oh, exactly.
I
Yeah,
can't hug them. I mean, I could. Yeah.
You could wrap your head.
They could hug me easier.
You could wrap your neck around. I mean, it'd be like if you lifted your arms, so it wouldn't be any different. They still can't get their arms all the way around you.
Yes,
but
they can. They have long arms.
Yeah.
I'm skinny. I haven't drank in 5 weeks. Look. No, you're right.
No, honestly though, I think the jerking off would come before the picking up, like hugging your kid.
For sure.
I think in general, just like all that. Okay. After
Honestly, probably before brushing my teeth. For being honest.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, the pee only because I always wake up having to pee.
I'm not gonna lie. When I asked you and you said the second thing would be to use the restroom, that wasn't even my first idea, and neither was the one that you said to help yourself get up. My first legit, I think, idea would be how am I gonna I can't jerk off normal no more.
That's your first one.
I think that was my first one. Before
why were you shocked when I said that would come before holding my kids?
Because the first one made sense and the second one didn't. Like the first one, no, duh, yeah, that's the first thing. You're like, shit, how do I get out of this bed if I have no arms? The second, then you would be like,
how do I pee?
how am I going to go pee? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would assume you would just start thinking about like life at that point. Like, I'm never going to drive again. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think like in that moment you'd be like, damn, I also got to like, I don't have arms. I got to take a piss still. Like, let me go take a piss real quick before I like process
Figure this out.
Yeah, that's why it was kind of crazy to me. But no. I thought it'd be like you process it and then like I thought the pee in time you'd be like, oh shit, like
I don't think you understand how bad I have to pee.
Yeah, it seems like it. Like oh, you know what I thought about? Like imagine like you get into a car accident and like you have to stay there because of like the scene of a crime and stuff, and you're just like, dude, I gotta take a piss, I gotta take a shit, and they're like, you can't go anywhere. Like you were just in an accident. You need to be checked out. It's like, dude, I have to take a shit. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
You just shit yourself?
Probably.
Bro, you're probably gonna have to, right?
Yeah. 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 I mean, what else? You just got to do it.
Yeah.
Just got to do the do.
Would you rather Be blind or deaf?
Deaf. I
Same.
just watched a documentary about there's a university in Washington D.C. for deaf people, and in 1988, they after 120 years, they were tired that they had never had a deaf president of the university.
Yeah.
And 3 people were up for becoming the president. One could hear, and the other 2 were deaf, and they chose the hearing lady. And so the student body, the students went full revolution, and they and it's really it's funny because they're
How?
they're making sounds and stuff when they're freaking out, but they're also signing fucking aggressive, and they're
Yeah.
fuck this.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch it. It's on Apple TV. It's called Deaf President Now.
That's the same reason why I won't watch Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah,
Or
because you don't want to laugh.
yes.
Yeah.
I get the idea. I get it.
Yeah,
You know,
but my point is after watching that, I was everyone in this documentary is a fucking G. They stood for what they wanted and what they believed in. I don't think a blind person's doing that. If it was a blind university, they're not. How do they know where to lock the gates and if someone is sneaking in, or you know what I mean?
what?
Because they locked up the campus, and they wouldn't let anyone in.
Oh, because they can see. And
they were
not hear
nope,
yet.
we've taken over the campus.
Well, that's got to be.
And they put deaf people at every gate.
Well, that's easy. If you have people in front fucking yelling in their face, it's not going to phase them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Police sirens.
No, it's not going to phase them at all.
Honking, screaming. At one point, they let the lady who was in charge of the board in to talk to them, and then they didn't like what she said, so they just started hitting the fire alarm, and
That's a good one.
they're like, "Watch this, bitch!"
Also, imagine if there was other people trying to riot against them, and they're well, they can't hear, so there's no point in yelling, so they just walk around with mean signs,
Yeah.
but just quiet.
Yeah.
There's no point in yelling.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So what'd you get out of that documentary though? Blind people are dope. I'd rather be blind than deaf. I'd rather be deaf than blind.
The deaf people are completely normal to me, and blind people, probably I'm uneducated on blindness versus deafness. I have watched one whole documentary about deafness.
You're on their team right now.
Yeah, so I'm team deaf right now, but
So deaf.
so deaf.
Most deaf.
Yeah. But I don't know. It just my gut just tells me seeing is pretty damn important, you know. I know you learn and you adapt, and maybe you pay extra attention to the things you can hear. You're walking blind people walk around the streets of New York, or I used to, when I lived in LA, I would hike this trail and I would see a blind guy every day, and it's bro, there's an edge to this thing where you could go tumbling.
He's where? I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to get it out of this fucking life.
Every day I come to this trail to end it.
It's always just
And I just get exercise.
it's always just a curb. Okay, let me ask you this. Would you rather have a blind best friend or a deaf best friend?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Probably blind, because I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't think the deaf. Well, can you drive if you're deaf?
Wait. I would assume
That's a
so.
very ignorant. Can you drive if you're deaf? I mean, you can't hear emergency stuff. You can't hear
Isn't
police.
there used to be braille on the honk horn? Didn't there used to be?
Well, you
on the
can't-
sign?
Well, you can't drive if you're blind. Why would there be?
Oh, you're right, huh? I keep confusing blind and deaf. I hate that blind and deaf are like blind makes sense. Blind, you can't see. Deaf, what does deaf have to do with hearing? Deaf?
Let me see.
Deaf?
Deaf? What does it have to do with hearing?
Is deaf? Is it DEF?
DEAF.
So it's like death, but deaf. Like if a black person was saying it.
Yeah.
It's the same. It spells the same way. Oh, you said death. Oh no, man, deaf. He's dead. He died.
Yeah. Till death do his part.
Deaf do it. That's crazy. Deaf is DEAF, like
bro.
death, but with an F instead
Dude,
of TH.
the number one
Question.
completing the sentence. I just said can deaf, and it's people.
Drive.
Can deaf people drive? Can deaf people talk? Can deaf people hear their thoughts? Can deaf people read? Can deaf people hear? Can deaf people speak? Okay. Can deaf people drive? Yes, deaf people can drive and obtain driver's licenses in all 50 U.S. states. They typically need to inform the Department of Motor Vehicles about their hearing impairment, and the DMV may place a restriction on their license. Studies have shown that deaf drivers are not at a higher risk of accidents than hearing individuals. That kind of makes sense because do you ever drive around with headphones in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in like 1 year.
No, I double up.
I do one.
Yeah.
Because I know it's like technically it's illegal, right? Not technically, it is illegal. Like, driving with headphones in, because you can if you have one.
It is illegal.
You can have one in because technically it could be like a Bluetooth device.
Yeah, but if driving deaf isn't illegal, why is driving with headphones illegal?
Dude, did you look that up? Oh, it's ChatGPT.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey, ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Why is driving
BBC? Chat BBC. That's a nice little.
Oh, is
point.
driving barefoot illegal?
Yes, it is. I'm surprised you didn't know
That
that.
came up. Driving barefoot is illegal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all done that.
I have, but I don't like to. But yeah, I know. I only know this because there's times that I've gone like to the river or something, and if
That's
I
what I'm
have,
talking
I have
about,
like
yeah.
chanclas on, but they keep slipping,
Or they broke.
or
That's
or something.
happened,
Yeah. I've heard like my aunts or someone say like, you better be careful driving because like you get out of the car and you're barefoot, they're gonna get you. I'm like, what? So, but I also thought it was like, don't turn the dome light on when you're driving. It could have been one of those stupid things.
Driving barefoot is not illegal in any U.S. state, while not explicitly forbidden by law.
So it was
It's
like
generally not recommended due to safety concerns.
so it's like the dome light thing.
Barefoot, yeah, you're
Oh, are you fucking mom and dad light again?
Yep. Barefoot driving can decrease pedal control. Yeah, it's just not smart.
Yeah.
But it's not illegal. It's not, there's no law.
Just frowned upon.
against it, Yeah.
Hey kid, next time wear some shoes, all right? Also, you're gonna DUI. Okay.
Is driving with headphones illegal?
Both in, I'm pretty sure. Like you can't have what we have on right now driving. Like you have to hear your surroundings. Who was I going to ask her? I say her, but ChatGPT. Oh yeah, first you got to find that out. But
In Yuma, Arizona, it's generally legal to drive with two headphones in as long as they are not causing a distraction. While there are no specific laws prohibiting headphones, the state emphasizes safe driving practices.
so it's another one.
There's no specific ban, yeah.
So you can drive with headphones in. Do you know anyone? Do I know anyone that's a cop? I gotta ask that question. I don't trust
Can you
Google.
wear two earbuds while driving? This one says not legally. You can listen with one earbud in, but not both. The reason for this is to be aware of other traffic hazards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whatever, dude. If deaf people can drive, I can have two earbuds in.
That's totally true. Yeah, that's not fair. How come he gets to drive, but I can't wear my?
Yeah,
He can't even hear.
exactly
without him.
Exactly. And if I put my shit on transparent, I could hear some stuff behind the music. You know?
You know what? I wonder if you know how like
Bitches.
you know how they say like blind people aren't like they don't see like pitch black. They can kind of see like shades of color. You know what I'm saying? Is it the same for like deaf? Like, because I assume if you're deaf, you hear nothing. You just hear your heartbeat. I don't even know. What do you hear?
Yeah.
What do you hear? You know what I'm saying? Like what goes on in like. I wonder how that works.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if like the what they consider deaf is like, imagine if we just heard like,
Yeah. There's degrees for sure.
you know, yeah. But are there people where they just hear complete silence?
Yep.
Imagine you came out maybe like when you turn 13, you start losing your hearing, and then when you're like 20, you go completely deaf, like full on. Imagine after that, like it sucks. Like you only remember listening to that music before that, up until that point. After that, like you don't know any of this stuff anymore. You can just read bars, I guess.
Yeah. Oof. If I went deaf and I couldn't listen to West Side Gun, it'd be so sad.
I think about that all the
If I
time.
didn't know who that was.
Okay, you wake up in the hospital and you're deaf. What's the first thing you think about? You no longer can hear.
Oh no, West Side Gun. Griselda.
Stupid.
Aww.
Oh. All right, so I've been watching a lot of baseball lately. You don't really need to know a lot about baseball to know that they have bat boys.
Oh yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they go in the back and shag the balls or get the
Yeah.
bats whenever. I was wondering, so one, I think it's kind of shitty and degrading that we call them bat boys because
Are they grown men?
they're grown men. At least like 21 and older. I'm sure there's times that kids get to do this, but for the majority, they're adults.
Did they not used to be young people doing these jobs like ball boys and bat boys and stuff?
Let me see. So the Bat Boys history.
Are you asking ChatGPT?
No.
ChatGPT, tell me.
Oh, it says MLB requires Bat Boys to be at least 14 years old. Yeah. So
Nice.
from the 1880s to like the 1900s, Bat Boys were usually kids who would just help keep the field clean and ensure bats were readily available. But okay, so on my team we have Batmen, but we call them Bat Boys. And would you say
Your team, the Padres?
yes? Would you say that?
I almost bought a Padres hat a couple weeks ago. I was going to send you a picture.
Why didn't you? Or why did you want to? Did you like it? Was anything
It
special?
was, you know how it's hard to find fat
hats.
people hats
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah. XXL hats for you? Yes.
I just started trying a bunch of random ones on at
Ross.
Lids.
Oh, lids. Usually
And-
Ross has all your size hats.
Do they?
Well,
they all
no
go
one
there.
else- I'm serious.
Oh.
That's where they have the size fucking 20 shoes.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I should go check.
Why never think?
But I tried one on, and it was like black and brown.
Oh, black and brown.
Yeah,
Okay.
I liked it, and it fit.
Oh.
And I almost bought it, but then I was like, but I don't know. I'm not a Padres fan.
But you're also not really a baseball fan.
Or a baseball fan.
But it wouldn't have mattered though. It could have just been a hat that you liked just because of the style.
And I did like it.
Yeah, you totally should have got it. If like I have an issue with someone that if you're like you say you're a baseball fan and you say you're a
If
Dodger
I've been
fan,
like Dodgers.
yeah,
I
and then
like-
they like, oh yeah, but I like the Anaheim Angels hat. You know, it's like
and I also
right, man.
or like I have like 5 teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Dodgers are like my main team. I like the Padres because I grew up in Yuma, a couple hours away. I'm a Diamondbacks fan because they were good for a little bit.
I'm a Yankees fan because my dad used to be in the military and we were stationed over there on that side for a while, and I just really like the field. What the fuck, dude?
I'm a Nationals fan because God bless America.
obviously. No, I do, and that's another thing I hate too. People that are like from Yuma, born and raised, but somehow they're like Philadelphia Eagle fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the fuck that come from?
Well-
you just had one stepdad that was like,
I mean,
Oh.
I grew up here and I'm a Colts.
oh yeah, duh, I have one right here.
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot. Yes, you. Why do you guys do that?
I don't know, man.
And I understand, but like,
Everyone makes their choices. I made mine in the 6th grade, though.
and I'm sure we talked about this, but did you have any like family or a cousin,
No,
anyone that was
no.
into this team, or you just liked?
No, because
a player?
I knew that I was going to go to Yuma High
Yes.
for high school. And I was like, I want to play football when I go to Yuma High. Their colors are blue and white. Let me pick a blue and white team
Gotcha.
and support them. And so I did.
And so just because based off those, that's okay. See, that one's interesting.
And they weren't even good when I started liking them. They had Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And they were okay. They like limped into the playoffs, and then they drafted like fucking Marvin Harrison and then Peyton Manning,
Well, see,
and then got really good.
I'm now that I say it, I'm kind of like you is the kind of the reason why I picked my Chargers team. But at least I got lucky and they're close, so like people won't really question me. You know what I'm saying? But I picked the Chargers because my parents well, my mom was like a Cowboys fan. I just never cared for them. I don't know. I thought they were like lame, just like look wise and stuff. And
Yeah.
so then I think like maybe like 6th or 7th grade. I thought the Chargers were cool. I like the color schemes. I like the bolt. I like lightnings.
Yeah.
I've always said I want a lightning tattoo. So like I just kind of it just worked out that we're closer. So people it makes sense to them. You know, they usually ask. You know, are you a fucking Cardinals fan or are you a Chargers fan? You know what I'm saying, or like a Rams fan or something. So it makes more sense for me.
We also have a lot of Niners and Raiders fans in Yuma or in Arizona.
yeah, we have like weird like why do we have Niner fans and a lot of them?
The Raiders fan base makes sense because they were in LA for a long time. People move from Southern California to Arizona a lot. I honestly don't understand the Niners one, but I have like some of my close friends are lifelong Niners fans. Maybe it was Joe Montana, Jerry Rice.
Maybe.
They just were like, I fuck with that team, which is cool. If you keep fucking with them, I don't care.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. Same thing with a lot of Vikings fans in Yuma too.
Yeah, that
That's
was
another weird
true.
one.
That was
Minnesota.
true. Like when I was a kid,
Yeah.
because of like fucking Randy Moss and shit.
Oh, see, so okay, maybe people back in the day just kind of followed players.
Yeah,
What I was saying, anyways, back to the MLB.
yeah.
I'm gonna say being a bat boy in the MLB is not a flex if you're trying to hook up with girls and that's what you're telling them.
I'm a bat boy.
But I almost
Bat boy.
But like if you think about it, if you go out, like I would if I was a bat boy,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying at all throughout the entire night.
No,
Hey, that's not
I'm
a
gonna be
that's
like, I don't really have a job.
right, that's what I'm saying.
That's hotter.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's
it's,
hotter to women than bat boys.
yes,
Yeah.
like they're like, wait, what? You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a grown ass man, and I just pick up after other grown ass men during a game, and my title is
other
bat
other men
boy.
that make bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much does a bat boy make?
Yeah, let's find that out.
Let's see. They at least got a bat boy salary.
I'm guessing 40 grand a year.
MLB. Oh, okay, pretty close. That's crazy. It says MLB bat boy salaries vary, with most earning between 39,469 and 51,435 annually.
I guess it depends on where you live. If you're a Diamondbacks bat boy, you're probably making 39 grand. If you're a Yankees bat boy, you're probably making 50.
Well, so what's weird is some are salary and some do hourly rates. So, for instance, the Cincinnati Reds pay anywhere from $16.21 to $20.95 per hour. So it's like a normal job.
Yeah, but how many hours is a baseball game? It's not 8.
Yeah, you're right. No,
3.5, 4. What is it?
but is it like you? But what if they're like, you get 8 hours for this game, no matter what?
Eh.
Well, that would make
Then-
sense.
then you would
Though
be
it
on
wouldn't
salary.
be. Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be. Okay, bat boy hours.
I have to pee.
Go ahead, go take a piss
All
real
right.
quick. Let's bring it up restaurants. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back, guys. Have you been? I have no idea what's going on. But do you know anything about the Diddy case and how it's going? Do you know anything you could tell us?
I read a thing the other day that homegirl FaceTimed her husband while she was in a freak off,
FaceTime him during the freak
or
off.
he FaceTimed her during a freak off.
And she
was
answered.
in a freak off. I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Like, it's honestly turning a lot on Cassie.
It's
Like, she just sounds like a hoe that just like
She was fucking-
now she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't mean to victim blame, but like, it just doesn't sound like
I don't know. I haven't been
because I've just been seeing like the only stuff I haven't
But it sounds
researched
like she's
anything.
doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, and like not that okay, maybe she did or didn't want to, but like there was a lot of times where, like for instance, she apparently when she was like dating with Kid Cudi, she was still sneaking off to go do freak offs with Diddy. She was dating Kid Cudi and still doing these things.
Wow.
And I think it hurts me more because I just really love Kid Cudi. and like it's crazy that like I wonder if he knew this.
Dude, imagine how you feel like getting cheated on,
Yeah,
but it was a freak off.
I mean, I can't. That's insane.
It was like, just tell me who it was. I was like, well, it was 150 people.
Well, you know what? I'll say this for like Kid Cudi. I'm sure
I rubbed all of their cum onto Puff Daddy's belly.
just fill a slip and slide full of their cum and just rolled in it.
He did stuff like that, right?
I'm sure, dude. I don't.
Yeah.
So, and another thing I'm finding out too is like, what did he really do wrong? Like, I mean, like, because I don't know why a lot of people, or maybe I just thought this, but that the kids were involved. There was no really like not kids, but like 17,
Under
barely legal, type things. But I don't think that was the case. I think if anything, I'm hearing a lot of like sex trafficking. The girls were of age, but they were used in like favors of stuff, or they were used as like spending on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like they were using that. So like from everything else though, it all kind of just seems like he just had like a wild party. Like we've all heard of, I mean, I know his was like to another extent, but it just seems like all kind of consenting adults, unless, maybe I'm missing something and he drugged some of them, which I don't know. Like all I'm saying, there's so much is going on. I don't know what's going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just hear so much. And like the stuff I hear about Cassie, it's only because I keep seeing like TMZ pop up on my fucking Instagram. And it seems like every other post is about her. Like right now, they're all just kind of, it all just seems like they're trying to make Cassie look like a bad person. Like, I don't know. It just seems very weird.
Is Cassie a bad person?
I mean,
Oh,
wrong Cassie.
yeah. AI is very like what? I don't know, man. Diddy case. It's fucked up. I think I've avoided like learning about it because I don't want to know.
It's
I did hear people are rocking like free Diddy shirts and shit. That's wild.
I don't know. In time, it's kind of like I thought at one point it was one-sided, but I can see where it can be like people favoring in Diddy's favor. You know what I'm saying? Like as the more the stuff's trying to come out, I can see people being like, all right, see, like it wasn't that bad, like how they made it seem like, and a lot of them seem like they wanted to. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, nothing comes good for Cassie.
No.
Because even if they do side, like, yeah, he was a bad guy for beating you up, like, there's still other things that came out about you that everyone's going to be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of put this on yourself a little bit.
Is she pregnant right now?
I think so, yeah, with some white guy. She's, like, married.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is probably stuff that she was hoping would...
She's going through this shit pregnant?
Yeah, dude, that can't be good
That
for her
sucks.
and the baby. I don't really care too much about Diddy. I think that's why.
I don't care about Diddy.
Like, I really don't.
I never did.
But the crazy thing too is you think about it, like with all these like famous celebrities getting in big trouble like this, like Bill Cosby, now Diddy, and then possibly Michael Jackson. Like, isn't it crazy? At some point, these were like people loved these people. Like they would never in a million years imagine they could do this.
Yeah.
And now years later, like, can you imagine? Like, there's old people that just know Bill Cosby as this great guy on TV and hilarious comedian. They died before all this stuff came out, and they,
Yeah.
like all these guys, like even Michael Jackson. There's some people that just passed away, like as Michael Jackson was a great person.
They were together for 11 years.
Who?
Diddy and Cassie.
That's a lot of time to do a lot of stuff. Like a lot of
It's a
time.
lot of time.
11 months with a person, a lot could happen. 11 years? That's like full. Like, do they have any kids together? No, huh?
No, I don't think
That's
so.
wild. Were they married at any
Oh,
point?
wait.
What?
I don't know. She has 2 kids with this new husband.
Oh, so all her kids are from one guy.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is their third. This is I don't want to.
It's too much. Yeah.
It's too much.
It's stuff that at the time I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Like, I can't wait to hear about this." I don't care no more.
Yeah.
Like when the time comes, where they finally sentence him.
It's sad for her.
I don't know.
You don't feel bad for
I
her?
don't know. I don't. Like, I'm not even trying to sound like a piece of shit. Not trying to be funny. I don't feel bad. I don't really care. It's not gonna. I don't know. I'm at the point.
You do sound like a piece of shit.
I'm at the point where I'm just like, if it doesn't affect me in any way, then
Fuck
it is what it is.
Fuck you.
Fuck your life. She's got a lot of money though, so she'll be fine.
Does she?
I mean, she's got more than me and you, so she'll be fine.
Oh, for sure.
She'll be
For
fine.
sure has more money than us, but
For sure, me. For sure.
yeah.
You're like, for sure, you, Jordan.
She's got a lot more than you.
Fuck you. Did you watch the new? Have you watched the new Tom Segura show?
No.
No.
No, I'm not gonna.
Why?
I don't really care for
That kind of comedy.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're not. That stuff kind of grosses you out. Yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say it's like graphic. I mean, other than the fact that I'm sure you've seen clips and stuff.
No.
Maybe not even. Like I wouldn't say it's like, it's not like gory, but there's like dicks out that shouldn't be. Like I mean, honestly, I think you'd be fine. It's
Are
not.
dicks getting cut off?
I haven't got that far. I think there's a scene where something like that happens, but like I saw a picture the other day and I was like, I don't remember seeing that. I didn't watch all the episodes yet, but I've
Why
watched.
is their dicks out?
It's very. I don't know.
Dicks
It's
out is
like-
gory.
as anyone like if you're listening, you don't know Tom Segura, but like as us that do, he has this weird sense of humor, like the YMH Lives. Just imagine that in like a.
I don't watch those.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But those are a little bit different. Like I mean, yeah, they do show shit and stuff. Like it's kind of graphic, but I wouldn't say it's gory.
Yeah.
Like people get shot, but it's like a simple any other movie with like blood splatter, nothing crazy. But you know what I'm saying. But there are like, it's not for everyone. Like it's crazy that it's so popular. Maybe because he's so popular. But I mean, you wouldn't enjoy it. I don't think. I liked it when I was like high and when I was like in a goofy mood. But I watched like the first episode and I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where I like him as a comedian, but this I don't like of him,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But I mean, I get it. Like there are some crazy things, but I don't know. It's another thing too, because hearing other people, like other comedians talk about, all their friends that have, Netflix specials or Netflix movies that they make and they come out. It's funny to hear them talk shit on other people and say like, oh, like they need those, they have too many yes men. They need someone to tell. They kind of do that with their own friends. I mean, and by no means we're nobody, but as someone that watches movies and like likes their stuff, there is stuff where like, I mean, as much as I love Bert Kreischer, I didn't like his movie at all, and a lot of his friends were like, "Yeah, man, go watch it. It's a great movie." Like, no, you don't mean that. It's not a great movie. It did terrible on Netflix. No one really heard about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you were a fan, like, I'm sure only people that were fans of his watched it, or fans of comedy probably watched it. But, like, it just pisses me off when they give shit to everyone else for being fake. And it's like, we kind of see it with you, too.
Yeah.
With all of them. All the ones that, like, that I don't know. And sometimes I listen to them, I'm like, no, it's cool because these are, like, real guys. Like, they're actually telling us how they feel. And, like, it's not like, yeah, they are a type of celebrity or they are, someone in the spotlight, but at the same time, I can see them being real. And sometimes I catch it and I'm just like, you're not what I thought. You know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot. And like, that's why I like with the Tom Segura thing, I can hear it when I hear people talk about it. I can hear them being like, yeah, like it's great. Like, I'm proud of the guy. Like, I'm glad, another one of our guys made it. Like they really shy away from how great it was or how bad it was and just go to just the person itself. Like, I'm proud of him that he made something. I'm proud that it's on Netflix. Yeah. That's it. But you don't really hear like, oh, it was fucking hilarious. It was great. I don't know, man. It kind of bugs me. And that's why like with you can say like, I mean, you're a fan of Tom Segura, right?
Yeah.
His comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But like, as far as like stuff like that goes, like, yeah.
I like his stand up. That's it.
It's weird how that doesn't translate.
I don't even really like Tom. I like his stand up. I don't really care to watch him on podcasts. Bert's the opposite for me. I don't like his stand up, but I enjoy watching him on podcasts. Certain podcasts.
I can see that.
Like I like Something's Burning.
Mm-hmm.
I like, depending on the guest, I like the Bert cast or whatever it is.
Same, yeah.
You know what I mean? but yeah, with Tom, like I just like his stand up a lot. I've always liked his stand up. I just can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like I said, it's not a.
You know, he's like one of the, I think, like the first professional comedian I saw was Tom Segura
Oh, it was.
in 2008. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
he was like featuring at the Tempe Improv.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a slump lately.
Are you?
I think I've been like in a. I don't know what's going on.
Me too.
I think I need alcohol.
You think we need more alcohol?
When I had alcohol, I was always coming up with topics. They weren't all good, but there's a lot more than I want to come up with now. I feel like I'm just recycling old bullshit.
You should probably get back on the alcohol.
Probably should.
Yeah.
I probably am. I mean, it's not like I'm not like I'm not like on your level of sobriety.
I'm not at any level. I just haven't had a drink.
Between me and you, who do you think would win in a game? Like not game, but like to see who could be sober the longest.
Me.
What's the longest you think you can go? What's the longest you think you can go before you like are like I need a fucking drink?
A year.
After about a year, you're like, really? Damn.
In a year, I'd be like, I mean, I do like it.
Well, that's what I'm
Like-
saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Like it's great. That
What if I went a year? Like you could just keep going?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I think for competition, it might.
It would get hard. It always gets hard when you're telling yourself you're not. Like right now, it's not hard for me to not drink because I told myself I just don't want to drink until I go on this trip.
Mhm.
So it's like, a few weeks away or whatever. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. But the second I go like, I'm never drinking again,
That's
I'm going
scary.
to want to drink.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, well, come on.
It makes me no lie. Like it makes me sad to think that.
Yeah.
Like, if one day I was just like, I'm just done drinking for the rest of my life. Like you're just letting that part of your life go like forever.
Yeah.
That'd be like I'm done driving.
I'm done with it.
Like,
oh my God.
I mean, it's not, I guess driving you do it. I mean, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
an alcoholic. Yeah, it is.
You can stop driving at some point.
Yeah,
So depressing.
it is. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all depressing.
Also, I think less alcohol makes you feel more, and I don't like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You're not wrong.
But someone has told me that because I think jokingly I was like, but I don't want to feel, and they're like, they were just like, yeah, but like what, like they said, like once you become like sober, you just like reflect on your life and you have it in a different mindset because it's not clouded with alcohol.
Yeah.
And then you can move on better. But I'm like, I just don't want to get to that point. I don't want to, like when that starts coming up, let me just do something to cut that off, and then I'll think about it. Let me put it off for later down the road again.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the hard part. Because I'm starting to realize I like on the days when I don't drink, I used to think I was feeling like what's the word, like annoyed easily, like easily annoyed, irritable because of the drinking. But I think that's just the thing I have.
You're just a curmudgeon.
But to like stupid shit, like stuff where I'm like afterwards I'm like, why did I get mad over that?
Yeah.
Like if I go to log in on my computer and I have to put in my password like more than 2 times, I'm like, why me? What have I done wrong in my life?
I get like that. I get like that when I misspell a word in text. And I fucking delete and then go to do it again, and I fucking why do I keep hitting the L instead of the K? Like
that's what I'm saying. Those little things is where I'm like, that's just in me.
I'm just an ass.
Yeah, I'm just and like, but once again, going back to what I'm saying, realizing that alcohol really, I mean, it's a problem in other things, but I'm gonna have this issue with or without it. That's what kind of like makes me mad.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what am I supposed to do then? Then I'm like, do I have to go to a doctor now? Like, what's my next step after cutting out the bad things that they say are causing this? Now what do I do?
I will say I sleep so much better.
The sleep thing I haven't really noticed.
But you haven't stopped drinking.
Oh yeah, you're right. I keep going off my. Well, I'm thinking like. I'm thinking like I'm you. Like, bro, we haven't drank in like a month. You don't think I'm thinking these things too?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, and like people will say after like 2 weeks you'll really notice the differences. I think after like 2 days, after like the third day of being like sober,
No.
like no, that's what I'm saying. Like from the first day of like being sober to like the third day. The first day I wake up, I still have the effects of like feeling tired throughout the day. And all, by the third or like okay, we're gonna say third or fourth day. By the end of the week, and you're not drinking or whatever, then like that's when it hits. Like you wake up and you're like, oh, I feel great. Like you wake up and you feel great. You don't need to take a nap. You're more alert. You know what I'm saying? You're in a better mood. Like your mind is more positive. Yeah. You're not thinking like, oh, I feel like shit from that. Like I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. But I can see in like after a while, probably change that. But like this, what I'm saying though, I never really had a problem even with like sleeping. Like you're talking about falling asleep. Or like just sleeping, like staying asleep in general. Like what do you mean?
Like falling asleep at a reasonable time and sleeping like solid throughout the night.
Oh, so okay. I don't really have issues sleeping throughout the night. Sometimes I have issues sleeping at night, but sometimes drinking would help me sleep. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, drinking has helped me fall asleep, but I wake up a lot more.
Oh, yeah. See, the waking up in the middle of the night never really was an issue. It was always falling. It was getting to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even now, without, I mean, once again, after like 3-4 days, yeah. The sleeping thing is just kind of off and on. Sometimes I feel sleepy around that time. Sometimes I want to stay up for some reason. So I don't know. But maybe I'll give it a month like you, and we'll really put it to the test.
Give it a month.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all I got, bud. You got to get out of here. I'm hungry.
We did it.
Yeah. I need a drink after this one.
Are you going to do it?
I don't know. I'm still debating.
Debating. What are you going to get to eat?
Subway. I've been craving Subway.
Subway?
I haven't had Subway. I haven't had Subway.
Trash. Do you have an app or something where you pay not $19 a sandwich?
I haven't been there forever. I don't know.
You're going to pay so much money.
For Subway?
Yeah.
I just feel like a big deli meat sandwich.
Go to fucking Jersey Mike's.
I don't like Jersey Mike's.
You like Subway more than
Subway
Jersey
more
Mike's?
than Jersey Mike's, yeah.
Bro.
You know what else is trash? Firehouse Subs.
It's overpriced for what it is. Yeah.
Take price out of it. Just like
I wouldn't say it's trash.
Oh, I think it's
gross too.
I think it's gross. I think it's a sandwich. That's what I think it is.
It is a sandwich.
I know, but like, there's nothing special about it.
You don't like Jersey Mike's for just a deli meat sandwich? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would prefer like Sprouts or something. I think Sprouts is amazing. Yeah. But like for like a Subway or like a specific sandwich place, yeah, I think Subway. Damn. But then again, I'm not a big sandwich guy though. So fuck whatever I care about.
Remember Blimpies?
Yeah, I remember Blimpies.
Blimpies was dope.
Blimpies I thought was just Subway. Weren't they like green too?
I think they were similar.
Like colors. Green and yellow. Yeah, I think they're like very similar colors. I don't know. Like, they have Carl's Jr. and they have what's the other one?
El Pollo Loco?
No. Stupid. No. Here we have Carl's Jr. like on the other side of
Hardee's.
Hardee's, yes. Yeah. That's what I always thought Blimpies and Subway was.
Well, no, we had a Blimpies in Yuma, and we also had a Subway.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought they were the same thing.
Subway also used to be good.
Once again, I don't know. It's just a sandwich to me. Like, you ever had Quiznos?
Oh, yeah.
You're from California?
Yeah.
Dude, Quiznos was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit went under, too.
Yeah. Did you ever have Baja Fresh?
Oh, yeah.
Being from California? Dude, people don't know about Baja Fresh, dude.
Do they still have them?
They do, but it's like I don't know if the menu's the same, but so like they used to have one when we used to live in Fontana. And I went not recently, maybe like a couple years back. I went to in that area, and I went to that shopping center, and it's still there, but it's not like red, white, and green. It's like they made it like not Chipotle, like like Chipotle colors, like browns and stuff, and like the menu looks different.
Yeah.
There was a type of sandwich I would always get, and I can't remember. Or burrito. I said sandwich. Yeah, burrito.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it might be the same. Huh?
Like the shrimp
one? The shrimp one? Yeah. No, I can't remember. But it looked different. I don't know. It like when the people like it gets bought out by someone new and it's the same name but just rebranded all different. It looked like kind of that. I didn't really try it, but
I used to eat that shit like once a week.
Dude, me and my dad all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baja Fresh is dope. Damn, how do we even get there? I don't know. Oh yeah, Subway.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh, dude. But yeah. Amel, I love you.
I love you.
I missed you, and we're out, guys.
Bye.
We'll be back. Well, no, we won't be back. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Play a song.
Play song.